from the Dreamtime Academy, and I'm a wellness coach and spiritual teacher specializing in color therapy and numerology. Now, today during the live, we're going to be doing I'm going to be doing some free numerology insight. Sorry, my glasses are a little bit blurry there. And so leave your dates of birth into the chat and I'll have a look at doing your birth charts today, looking at your day number, your life path number and your personal year cycle influences. Before I go into all of that though, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to all the new subscribers that we've got on the channel. So thank you so much for following me. I really appreciate it. It's amazing how quickly the channel has been sort of growing over the last few months. It's amazing, really. So thank you so much for that. It's genuinely great. Now, just to let you know, I posted up a video this morning for Pier and Cullen. So Pier Lane and Cullen Baird Smith, they are the channelers of Larkmar. They are a group of six of one and one of six Pleiadians from the High Council, and they delivered some really powerful information actually yesterday when I spoke to them about the truth of what's really taking place about this alleged split, that's taking place across the planet now, where, there's these two very distinct timelines. And actually they brought a lot of clarity in that for me, because they were talking about how, you can either choose the natural organic way, and follow the path of nature, or you can, sort of allow, the control mechanisms of AI or robots or dictators, authority figures, and the old world sort of order to and follow that. So it's a choice that we've got, whether we kind of go one direction or the other. And I certainly know which direction I'm planning on going in. That's right, I'm going fully into AI and I'm going to become transhuman. I'm only joking. Although who knows, no, I like nature is definitely my preferred option. What about you? What do you feel like what direction are you going to go in? What choice are you going to make? I think it's like obvious. If you follow me, then you're going to be, sort of doing the same thing as what I'm doing. Actually, me and my husband, we're thinking about moving overseas again and moving back to nature. So as part of our, future trajectory. So, you might be starting to get those thoughts and feelings yourself now, where you're just going, I think I want to sort of go back to the mother of communities and simplicity and growing veggies in the garden and disconnecting from, sort of the media, social media and doom scrolling and all of that sort of stuff. So I think these are the choices that we're all like being confronted with right now. And the other thing that we were talking about as well yesterday was how this month we're finding Neptune and Saturn going into Aries at 0 degrees. So that's Neptune dreams, Saturn reality, and there's some new beginnings around that. So it's where those two realms are going to be sort of being blurred. So dreams and reality starting to merge together, which is going to, sort of help us to open up to our multidimensional aspects of self. And a lot more things are going to become probabilities instead of possibilities, if that makes sense. So Carrie Samuels actually has done a very good video on all of this. I follow Carrie Samuels. I think she's a great astrologer. So make sure you check out her February forecast as well, because she really goes into the depths of all of that. All right. Other than that, what else has been going on? I had a really fantastic interview with Terry Renner as well this week. And she has a podcast called Holding Your Space. So I've done a collaboration with her. So there is a collaboration video that I've popped in on my homepage on the YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out, because it's quite interesting, to sort of get to know me a bit better, because I often interview people, but very rarely get interviewed by anybody else. So Terry did a very, very good job at holding a space for me, to be able to elaborate more about the Andromedan Council and exactly what I do with them. I haven't done any channelings for a while from the Andromedan High Council. It's just because I've got so much going on at the moment. We're just about to go on holiday on the Celebrity Edge cruise from Sydney all the way up to the Great Barrier Reef next week. So it's just been chaotic, So I've been doing kind of like a few less lives recently. But, I wanted to offer some free insights today during the live to, sort of help you reconnect with your own numerology and your life path and your day number influences, your soul purpose, your strengths and weaknesses. We'll have a little bit of a look at your past life implications, any karmic lessons as well. And, because numerology is a really powerful way of you being able to really fully get to know who you are at a soul level and what you're here to do. So that's why I kind of run I try and do these once a week on my YouTube channel, but also on TikTok. I go live most days for between an hour and a half to give like lots of numerology insights to people within that platform as well, because it's very different people I find that watch YouTube to TikTok. So I'm kind of broadening my horizons with all of that as well. So that's probably enough rabbiting from me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. As I said, I'm genuinely appreciative of everybody that's subscribed to Dreamtime Academy over the recent months. It's just amazing and really heartwarming to see that. And I'm just going to check and see if anybody's in the chat, and I'll just leave your date of birth in the chat if you are watching me live now, and I'll see if I can get through a few readings today. I mean, there may not be anybody here today, but it just depends really. Sometimes it's quite hard sort of getting noticed on the YouTube algorithm with like live shows, so I'm going to be persistent with it, but it's interesting. You've got to just sort of take the rough with the smooth with all of this, don't you? Okay, so let's have a look. So if you are watching, then for the show to work, then leave your date of birth in the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from. We've got Linda Brandt, and hello to Chuck as well. And so Chuck says, how does one ascend to the High Council? That's a really good question. It basically goes down to self-awareness and your own consciousness. So the more you kind of release layers of trauma, the lower lying negative emotions like guilt, grief, shame, blame, anger, and you manage those better, it unlocks different layers of consciousness for you. So like I've done a lot of work on myself over the last 10 years, and I was a mess when I first started, and still am in a lot of ways. But yeah, you have to really work through those layers. So I use meditation techniques and breath work, and I do work with vibrational remedies like Australian bush flower essences and the colour mirrors, etc., just to be able to unravel what's really going on. And also doing wounded inner child healing is very beneficial as well. Linda, you say, I've been watching you for a short time. Have slightly looked at numerology. Your birth date is the 5th of September 1966, and for the first time since I was born, the fire horse year is coming around again. How interesting. And then Chuck, you're born on the 20th of the 5th 1996. Great. So we'll have a look at doing both of you today. If you are also watching today's live, then remember to drop your date of birth into the chat as well, and we can have a look at doing you as well. But I'll start with you, Linda, because you dropped your date of birth into the chat first. Linda, if you can let me know where are you watching from, my love? So Linda is born on the 5th of September 1966. Okay, so you got 2 6s, 2 9s, a 1 and a 5 as well. Okay, so you've got a day number 5, you've got a ruling number 9, 10, 16, 22, 31, 36. You're a 36-9, so you're a life path 9 like me. And then your year is a 9, 10, 15 is a 6. So this is what your chart looks like. Oh, you're in Australia, yeah? Oh, me too. I'm in Perth in Western Australia. So that's 2 things we've got in common already, Linda. We're both 9s and we both live in Australia. Whereabouts in Australia are you watching from, my love? And Chuck, you're from Adelaide. Oh, wow. Okay, we're all Aussies together then, aren't we? So, okay, so life path 9. Now, you're a 36-9. So there's differences between 27 9s, 36 9s, 18 9s. You're a 36-9. So what's wonderful about you is, like, first of all, you are here to be of service. You're here to help people. The 9 is almost like what I call the wise humanitarian. So there's a lot of wisdom that's embedded within the 9 because it carries all of the information of all the numbers that go before it. So, we know it. We know we're wise old souls, What I would say though, Linda, is a lot of nines, they often give a lot more than they get back. Hence what I was saying earlier on about, like I've interviewed so many people on my podcast, but then very, very rarely do I get interviewed and invited onto anybody else's. So nines tend to overgive, like with wisdom, emotional support, knowledge, everything, they overgive, be of service. And then they often get a bit disillusioned because they're a bit like, well, hang on a minute, where's anybody helping me? It's that sort of stuff that can come up. Hello, Sunny Sunkissed as well. Nice to have you here as well. Welcome to my live on YouTube. It's great to have a few of you joining me today, so thank you. Make sure you leave your date of birth in the chat as well, Sunny Sunkissed, and we'll have a look at doing you as well. So yeah, the 36 nines, what's different about them to the 27 nines like me is like you may be on your last incarnation cycle if you resolve the karma in your name chart, because 36 is a gateway energy. In the colour mirror system behind me, it's a blue lilac bottle. So it's very much the gateway into a new realm. So often is symbolic of outgrowing your old goldfish bowl and you're ready to level up. So seeking out new mentors to be able to help your consciousness sort of reach the next level of attainment. So if we look at the 9 when it's stripped back into the 9 in the colour mirrors, it's this bottle here, which is called Mars, and it's red over orange. So it's fire energy. So this fire elemental kind of needs to be expressed with 9s like me and you instead of suppressed, So you've got to learn to speak up about how you feel at the time it needs to be spoken about, Linda, instead of being meek and mild and getting angry and frustrated. So you've got to kind of almost like learn the art of wise assertiveness, which is really important. So one of the lessons. Now, 9s traditionally don't make great money managers, and they're not really fantastic as senior business executives, although they might do it for a while and then they suddenly realise that they're living someone else's life, like I did. Like, because I used to work in corporate IT recruitment, Linda, for 15 years, and I hated it. And I did it for that long because I was good at it, and I just got stuck in it. But 9s, I really don't fit within that realm. They're really more here to be a humanitarian, to be of service. They can be a bit serious sometimes. 9s can be quite serious. But very ambitious as well, so and idealistic, and especially when you've got 2 or 3 9s in your birth chart like you do, Linda. There's a lot of idealism. You've got what's known as the arrow of determination in your birth chart, the 1, 5, and 9, which means that you're somebody who's quite stubborn in the pursuit of your goals. So you've got a lot of determination. You won't start projects and then stop them. You'll kind of see them all the way through. And the other thing we can see, you've got a day number 5. So your day number isn't as powerful as your life path number, but it still carries an influence on who you truly are, and like who you truly are. Your life path is your purpose. Your day number is more like the truth of you. And so the 5 is the center of the emotional plane. So it's Mercury in the colour mirrors. That's why it's green in the colour mirrors system, because it kind of relates to the heart center. So the 5 is mercurial, which is about freedom, communication, versatility. So you need freedom. You don't like being restricted. You've got to make sure that you travel, explore the world, get out into life instead of hiding away from it. So it's, if any part of you wants to hide from your life, it will make it quite difficult. So because you've got this kind of desire for freedom of expression, you need to surround yourself with people that will allow you to express yourself freely. And try and, as you move through your life, let go of old masks of who you once were. Because by doing that, you'll find that you've got space and, to become who you are. So setting healthy boundaries is important for 5s as well, because of that driving intensity of feeling. 5s are very good at emulating other people as well, and often they need to then surround themselves with people who are like masters of their craft, because you're able to emulate them very quickly and surpass them very quickly as well. So that's why it's so important for 5 people to surround themselves with people that have leveled up, because if you're around people that are living in the negative aspects of the selves, like victims or poor me's or sort of martyrs or whatever, then you might mimic them. So the 5s are very adaptive. That's what's amazing about them. So, but a big freedom seeker. Now, you've also got two sixes in your birth chart, Linda. So the six is a very creative energy, but it's also like if it's expressed negatively, it's worry, anxiety, self-sabotage, or addictions. So you may find that you're either prone to possessiveness with your family because you love them so much, or you might be, prone to self-sabotage or even addictions. If you tapped into the positive aspect of that six energy, it's very maternal, it's very creative, and you could tap into some really beautiful creative gifts as well. Now, this year you're in a personal year six, which means that it is a year where you're going to be focused around the home and the family. So, and how can you beautify, your environment fundamentally, or yourself, because the six is about aesthetics as well. And it's actually very good for love because the six relates to the planet Venus, which is this beautiful pink ray, in the color mirror system. The Venus, the planet of love. So it's good time for, new love coming into your life. If you're not in a relationship, new people can come in. If you are, then it's more about self-love, self-care, the family, spending more time, redecoration as well, or reinvention of self can come in, and the way you present yourself to the outside world, Linda. So, it's really exciting, isn't it? It's an exciting year for you to be in. All right. So, hopefully this has made sense here. Leave us a few comments and let me know. I'd be interested to get your feedback. So this is the one that comes up for you from the Cosmic Family Oracle cards. It's Archangel Zadkiel, who is the angel of mercy, the angel of mercy. And this is all about forgiveness, compassion, and transformation. So, I often find people that get this card coming up, because Archangel Zadkiel works with Saint Germain, and Saint Germain is on the violet ray of freedom, communication, freedom and transmutation. So there is that energy there of, either needing to forgive yourself, forgive your parents, or forgive your creator who kind of got you into this mess in the first place. So it's interesting, isn't it? So maybe some forgiveness coming up for you at the moment. That's going to be important for you as well. And maybe being more compassionate just towards yourself. How can you be more compassionate? So brilliant. So Linda says, yes, it makes sense. Good. So sunny sun-kissed, born on the 2nd of January 2000. Well, that's an interesting chart to look at as well, because you're only twos and ones. You've only got two numbers in your birthday. So there's a lot more what I call negative aspects to be overcome. But not that you're a negative person, but there's a lot more rebalancing that kind of may need to take place within your life experience. So I will have a look at you after we've had a look at Chuck New. So Chuck, what's your real name, my love? And whereabouts are you watching from? We'll explore your birth chart next if you like. And if you're watching today's live and you'd like me to do some insights for you as well, then remember to drop your date of birth into the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from, and I will do the rest. Linda, if you loved that and you'd like me to go deeper, into your full Starseed Numerology Report, that's what I kind of specialize in. I create a 22-page handcrafted document which explores like all aspects of your birth chart and your name chart as well, because remember, your name carries a vibration too through your soul urge number and your outer expression number and your complete name number. So in order for me to get it super accurate, I kind of do need to look at both charts together simultaneously. So if you'd like me to do that, it brings in the major influences in your astrology as well. It will reveal your galactic origins to help you to define your mission, your past life implications, and your karmic lessons, as well as your true soul purpose. Then you can use this link to claim your special offer for the full report. And then just remember to send me your birth details, okay? And give me 3 to 5 business days to create it for you. There you go. There you go. So you're Megan, are you? Your name is Megan. Interesting. You know what? I work with a lot of people called Megan. It's very interesting. I must have about 4 or 5 clients called Megan at the moment as well. Yeah. So I attract Megans, Gails, and Cindys. It's like a loop. 4 Gails over the last 3 weeks. It's been crazy. There you go. All right. So you're Marcus from Adelaide. Nice to meet you, Marcus. Okay, brilliant. So Marcus is born on the 20th of May, 1996. Beautiful. Okay, so you're a beautiful sort of Taurus, Gemini sort of cusp person, aren't you? So day number 2, very sensitive, Marcus. You know, the 2 is divine feminine. So when you're born on the second day, you become the mirror to other people. So either people will, like a lot of people will come to 2s and 11s, you know, for like comfort and support and guidance, and because they act as a mirror. So people will either really love the 2 or they won't, because you might be reflecting back to them something about themselves that they don't like. But there's really great empathy. Yeah, they do spell it like yours. Yeah, yeah. There's well, one of them's a Meagan, but the other ones are all spelt in the same way as you. So it's very interesting, isn't it? How you get those repetitions of names that come up for you at certain points in your life. Your life path number, Marcus, is a 9, 10, 19, 25, 32 is a 5. And then your year is a 6, 7, 8. So you're in a personal year 8. This is what your chart looks like there. So you can see, yeah, you've got that beautiful day number 2, but your life path is a 5. So both the 2 and the 5 are on the soul plane. So the 5 is the freedom seeker. So this is what I was saying before, you know, to Linda. You know, the 5 is a very expressive number. You need freedom. So for you, you'd be at your happiest if you were traveling in a partnership, because remember the 2 is about 2 people coming together. So often 2s really are happy when they're in a collaboration or a partnership. Now, the 2 being so sensitive and empathic, sometimes you might feel other people's feelings, Marcus, and feel like they're your own. So that's bottle number 2 in the colour mirrors. It's called the Moon, and it's pale blue over royal blue. So these are your soul colours that I'm shining back to you here. So, you know, this is a gorgeous energy, really. It's very protective. It's very motherly. It's actually quite Archangel Michael, like Mother Mary sort of vibe. So it's that very compassionate, very empathic, intuitive vibration. You know, it's sort of like the divine feminine energies. And then the 5 is the center of the emotional plane. So you feel things very intensely. You have a big need for freedom, communication, versatility, because the 5 relates to Mercury, the planet Mercury, which is, you know, is all of that. So you can sort of see there that for you, it does bring in past life implications for you in either ancient Israel, so you know the biblical sort of times of ancient Israel, or ancient Greece or Grecian, and particularly with regards to lifetimes where there was persecution of some sort, you know, like the Europe, maybe even the European persecutions. So in this lifetime, there might be like a you know, a fear of persecution or sibling rivalry or anything like that as well. Yeah. There you go. So you may ask what the correlation with the bottles to the reading. I've never seen it before. Yeah, so the bottles are shining back to you your soul colours that are in vibrational resonance with the numerical aspects of your birth chart. So, you know, the 2 relates to the planet, the moon, and the moon carries the vibration of the blue energy and the, you know, and the royal blue. So often, you know, with that royal blue vibration, it can sort of also indicate past life connections where you may have been through the mystery schools as well. So there is an initiations of sort as well. So this all ties into the date that you're born, the vibration. These are vibrational remedies. They're called the color mirrors. So they're used as like almost like tools of divination, but also they are vibrational remedies that you can use practically as well. You know, so it's a soul-based energy healing system that was channeled by a lady called Melissa Jolie in South Africa back in 2001. So it is a very powerful system of enlightenment. So you've always been pulled towards 1300 Bohemia. I've never been able to explain it. Well, there you go, you see. So it's interesting, isn't it? So, you know, for you, again, you're somebody that can emulate people as well. So 5s are very good at that. They're very adaptive, but also they can emulate other people very, very quickly and far surpass them. 9s can as well, like me, but you tend to be able to emulate and then hold on to that, whereas 9s will emulate and then forget. It's an interesting kind of anomaly. For you, you may have challenges and difficulties, Marcus, sometimes expressing that driving intensity of feeling, though, because you've only got 1-1 within your birth chart. So when you've only got 1-1, it can create a bit of a restriction around the throat chakra, so it can be that, sometimes it's really quite hard for you to be able to actually talk about your own feelings. You've got a lot of wisdom though. When you've got 2 9s, you've been around the block a few times, in the nicest possible way, and quite idealistic. So you do tend to, see the world through rose-tinted spectacles. You've got a deep love of the home and family, a nice creative energy, but very, very in touch with your intuition and sensitivity as well. In a job, you might prefer to be second in command rather than being the boss. The 2 is almost like, I would rather be the follower, not the leader. This year, you're going to be looking at your finances because you're in your personal year 8. So that will come under scrutiny. So like how you're making money, how you're spending money, and how can you refine all of that so that you feel more in control of your life, if you know what I mean. So I find that when you get into a personal year 8, it's about getting organized, and it's about listening to your own, financial advice and guidance that sometimes this year you might be quite good at giving other people. So make sure that you use that time wisely this year, because then you'll feel more in control. If you organise all the structures around the financial aspects, and also more independence as well for you this year, which is always a good thing. So there you go. So hopefully that's connected with you. Leave us a few comments and let me know. You've got the Andromedan teacher, and this is Almash, which is about sharing your truth from your heart, which actually is very important for 5s. You've got to make sure that you're able to express yourself with the people around you. So always surround yourself with people that just allow you to be you, because you are such a sensitive soul. And so this year particularly, you might be called to share more truth from your heart center instead of just telling people what you think that they want to hear, or lying, or just telling fibs or whatever. This is a year for really for truth, being honest with yourself first and foremost. All right, so Sunny Sun-Kissed, I think we're going to come to you next. So let's have a look at exploring your birth chart next. If you're enjoying today and you're enjoying the live, then make sure that you follow me on YouTube. I really appreciate the followers. That would be amazing. Thank you so, so much. Now, I'm going to have a look at doing Sunny Sun-Kissed next. And a bit more honesty. Yes, that's exactly it. Yeah, so a bit more honesty with yourself. Be honest with yourself about what it is that you want. Excellent. Yeah, and if you want me to do your full chart for you as well, then just click the link in the comments that I've popped in, just a few above, and I'll do your full Starseed Numerology Report for you on the special offer, because it's Friday here in Perth in Western Australia. So I always like to put a special offer out on a Friday. Okay, so Sunny Sun-Kissed, what's your real name then? So you're born on the 2nd of January 2000. Now, if you're watching today's live and you'd like me also to do your birth chart today, I'm looking at your day number, your life path number, and your personal year cycle influence to give you some more wisdom and knowledge around your true soul purpose, your strengths and weaknesses, and the best times for you to embark on new projects and ventures as well. So feel free to drop your date of birth in the chat, and we can have a look at exploring yours as well. Now, if you can hear that snoring in the background, guys, that's Monty, my ruby cockalera. He often goes to sleep when I'm doing numerology. So it's definitely my dog and not one of my clients. So your ruling is a 4, 5. So you're also a 5. Lots of freedom seekers here today. We've got Linda, we had Marcus, and now we've also got Sunny Sun-Kissed. Megan, sorry. I did know that, didn't I? I did know. That shows that I'm not active listening, doesn't it, Megan? And then your year is a 1, 2, 3, 4. You're in a personal year 4 this year. Okay. So look at that. Look at all the arrows you've got. You see? When you've got that many arrows, there's lots of things for you to work on in your life. So again, you're a 2-5 combo. So exactly the same as we've just seen for Marcus. So you and him could be like brothers from another mother or sisters from another mister. Because you've got the very same resonance. So what I was just saying to Marcus, you were probably sitting there thinking, oh, hang on a minute, that applies to me as well. Because it does, because you are also a feeling person. You're an empath, you're very hypersensitive, you're very intuitive. You'll be the mirror. Remember, the 2s can be the mirrors to other people. And you have a deep need for freedom, communication, to versatility. But what's different about you is you've got these arrows. So you've got the arrow of passivity. So twos can be quite passive. When you've got the arrow of passivity, you are more of a behind the scenes guide into the new earth rather than, anything else really. So, you need somebody quite strong around you that's going to give you a good swift kick up the pants to get cracking on new projects, because you might delay them or you might not even start them at all. So that's how it can play itself out when you've got the arrow of passivity. You need somebody quite, who's going to just give you a bit of a push and a shove sometimes. You know what I mean? So you quite, yeah, it's that passive energy. You could be soulmates. Yeah, Marcus. Marcus and Megan sound good together, don't you, as well? Maybe this is where you meet, This is probably where you meet. You meet in the Dreamtime Healing Room. There you go. Marcus and Megan, TLF. True love forever. But you are very similar. You are. Now, you've also got the arrow of frustration, Megan, which is the lack of the 4, 5, and 6, which means that there may have been some difficulties or challenges for you during childhood. So it may have been your mum and dad separated. There could have been issues around sibling rivalry or ill health, or just feeling like you didn't fit in, with the world around you when you were growing up. But you see, that can also manifest as issues and challenges in your adult relationships as well. So, this is a challenging arrow. A lot of starseeds have that arrow because we don't fit in, do we? I mean, we come in from high dimensions of consciousness, anywhere up to the 12th. And then we incarnate on the earth plane, which is on the 3rd dimension. And we get here and we're like, oh my God, what is this place? You've got taxes, you've got government, you've got war, you've got money, you've got the eggplant emoji. And it's all just a bit too much, isn't it? So you'll know what I'm talking about, Marcus, with that. Now, you can also see that you've got the arrow there of the inquirer, which means you're a bit of a skeptic when it comes to new concepts, ideas, or people. So you need proof. So you're almost like a Miss Marple gathering evidence, Megan, before you fully believe anything or anyone. So you're very intuitive, very, very empathic. You probably love animals, children. You'll connect up with them really well. And you've also got the arrow of poor memory, which is no numbers on the mind plane. The 3, 6, and 9 are missing in your birth date. So, this means that you need to do brain training, puzzles and games, anything that's going to get your brain matter working. Otherwise, you might risk becoming quite forgetful later on down the track. And so, you're more of like a Steiner school kid than anything else. There you go. So it was all of the above, was it? You get me, don't you, Marcus? I thought you did, yeah. And there you go. So Megan says, all of the above. Sadly, your mum passed when you were young. I'm so sorry to hear that, Megan. That must have been really, really tough. Really tough. There you go. So Megan's like, how do you know this? Seriously? Well, it's there. It's there in the vibration of your birth date. So we can read it through the lack of arrows, the lack of numbers, the combination of numbers that you've got. So we can read it. For you may, even though you are, the 5 is mercurial, it's about communication. You may struggle sometimes with being able to express that driving intensity of feeling that you've got, because when you've only got 1 within your birth chart, it can create a bit of a restriction around the throat chakra. Yeah. Now, this year you're in a personal year 4, which is a year of building solid foundations and structures in your life, and in your body and in your business as well. So when we get to a 4, it's very good for, sort of getting organized. So it can metaphorically feel like you're wading through treacle, like nothing's moving as quickly as you want it to. But just, use the time wisely to get as organized as you possibly can. And you'll find that next year there'll be a lot more freedom that comes up for you. All right. So I'll pick a card out for you as well, Megan, from the Cosmic Family Oracle cards. So this is the one that is here for you. And this is your card, and it's the Pleiadian Warrior. There you go. There's that 4 energy. So this is about, sometimes if you've had a lot of trauma during childhood, like it sounds like you did, it can shut down your emotional response system. Your central nervous system can go on strike. So you may have an inability to feel or frozen emotions, there are times in your life where you can laugh out loud until you wet your pants, or you can cry until you feel like your heart's about to break. And then you go through periods where you just can't even really align with your emotions at all. You just don't know whether you're Arthur or Martha, So this is the card that says that maybe you need to do something about trying to reignite your emotional response systems, So that could be breath work or meditation or, even Yahtzee. you know, Yahtzee, you know. Well, I'm glad that's connected with you. Look, I'm only just wetting your whistle today, really, Megan, just to demonstrate how powerful Pythagorean numerology really is. If you'd like to delve deeper into your full 22-page, tailor-made, personalised Starseed Numerology Report, which goes into your galactic origins, so whether you're Andromedan like me, or Arcturian, Lyran, Sirian, Pleiadian, from Antares, or Alpha Draconia, or Alpha Centauri, and that'll help you to define your mission. Looks at your past life implications and your karmic lessons. It also will explore your major influences in your astrology as well, like your sun, your moon, your north node and your ascendant, and also your pyramids, which are really predictive about your future. So you can look at those and you can see exactly what you're going to be doing as you progress down your timeline through adulthood and into maturity. So if you'd like me to do the full You Love Sudoku, then just click the link in my chat. That'll take you through to the online shop where you can order that nice and securely and get it on the special offer today as well, which is only 59 Australian. There's the link for you to claim that. Now, is there anybody else watching that would like me to do some insights for them today during today's live? Leave your date of birth and we can explore your birth chart next. We've had a look at lovely Linda. We've had a look at beautiful Marcus, lovely lad, love Marcus, and beautiful Megan as well today so far, haven't we? So we've done 3 readings today. Hopefully you're learning a bit as I'm going through, the birth charts with you today, because it is a process, and actually the more you do numerology, the more it unlocks your extrasensory perception. So when I first started doing numerology, it must have been 15 years ago now, I had left the world of IT recruitment behind, and I'd found myself working in a spiritual shop in Busselton in the southwest of Western Australia on a Saturday behind a big turquoise curtain. And I was waiting for people to come in for tarot readings that I was doing. And I was using numerology to connect with them. And the more I did it, the more I found I was connecting up to my clairvoyance. So, of course, all of that started developing just through the use of numerology. So it is a fantastic tool to be able to learn. So if you love numerology and you'd like to learn it through the Dreamtime Academy, my business, the Dreamtime Academy, is a cosmic mystery school for starseeds who are looking at rediscovering all this ancient wisdom, and you can learn it through self-paced online video courses through my online learning portal. So yeah, there's loads of really cool things that you can get involved with Dreamtime Academy if you love this today and you'd like to really start tapping into your higher self and learning as much as you can. There's also my book as well that's available on Amazon now as well, the Starseed Ascension Guide. So this is a great book, and it teaches you how to heal trauma, from childhood. We've all got a bit of childhood trauma that we're carrying. That helps you to connect up to the higher dimensions of consciousness, and then obviously reconnect with your cosmic family and discover your soul purpose as well. So that's really cool for you to look at as well. The other thing is that the Cosmic Family Oracle cards, as well as my own deck of cards that I developed and launched about 6 months ago. There's 88 of them in this deck, and they feature 7 different galactic races, archangels and ascended masters. So they are a colour therapy stroke numerology deck of cards. So you'll learn about numerology and colour therapy through this fabulous deck. And they're the cards that I've been using today. And it really helps you to get to understand the Galactic Federation of Light. Each card has a descriptive, right up 2 pages on each card within the booklet, so it's all in full color, and it teaches you how to use the cards and everything like that as well in the booklet. So it's fabulous for really starting to understand the different the 12 dimensions of consciousness. So hello to Teresa. It's nice to see you here today. How are you going? Would you like me to have a look at doing a reading for you today as well? I'm more than happy to. I think we've got through everybody in the live chat already today, which has been fantastic, hasn't it, guys? Are you enjoying yourselves? Hopefully you are. Make sure you like the video as well. If you're watching now live, just make sure you click like, and that helps push the video out into the YouTube algorithm as well, and subscribe as well, so that you don't miss any of my future podcast episodes of either the Numerology Show or Cosmic Conversations. They're the 2 podcasts that I host on this channel, and they're really fascinating because I get to meet the most interesting people all around the world that channel the Galactic Federation of Light, and they've been sort of bilocating onto different planets, and they've had ET contact experience of close encounters of the third kind and all sorts of stuff. So it is a fantastic way of being able to really understand the truth of reality and everything that lays beyond the veil and outside of the negative sort of earth created matrix that we're all part of, really, aren't we? There you go. So, Teresa, do you want me to have a look at doing you next then? Yeah, if you're watching me live for the first time today, then my name is Hayden Crawford. I'm a wellness coach and spiritual teacher. I specialise in colour therapy and numerology, and I work with the amazing Colour Mirrors system, which is this beautiful, beautiful system of enlightenment. It's a numerology based colour therapy system. They're vibrational remedies, these, but they carry information about your soul's resonance, and they can unlock higher aspects of your consciousness as well, the more you work with them. So Teresa says, thank you. It's been a few months. What's the name of the cards? They're called the Cosmic Family Oracle cards. Yeah, so that's my brand new deck of cards that I've just launched, the Cosmic Family Oracle. Yeah, so hopefully, I'm glad that you like them. Well, hopefully you do. Now, has anyone got any questions for me? Any questions whatsoever? And speak now or forever hold your peace. If you have you got any questions whatsoever, then feel free to fire away. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you might have today. And then you might hopefully start learning something as well, which is always a bonus, isn't it? Now, what else can I tell you about what's going on with Dreamtime Academy? Well, I'm just about to head off actually next week, so I'm not going to be around for about 2 weeks. I'm going on a cruise from Sydney all the way up to the Great Barrier Reef. Now, this area, for a lot of people, they believe it to be the location of Lemuria, where Lemuria was on the Earth. So it carries a very crystalline energy, and you can sort of feel that within the turquoise Pacific and also the coral that's there as well. So I'm taking a bit of a voyage into Lemuria over the next 2 weeks just to sort of see if I can reconnect and activate that ancient Lemurian aspect of self. So I actually have another YouTube channel that you can follow me on as well called Hayden and Mark's Travels. And that's where me and my husband, we both go off on these amazing adventures, to sacred sites and on luxury cruises and all that sort of stuff, just to sort of really start tapping into, the not only the culture of the environment, but also the ancient history and and then we document if it activates any soul memories for us as well. So that's Hayden and Mark's Travels. So please make sure you head over to that on YouTube as well and subscribe to that channel, because I think you'd find it really interesting. And it's all the behind the scenes stuff that goes on, with Dreamtime Academy. So my husband Mark and I, we've been together for 25 years, and we were married about 5 or 6 years ago now, and we're both born on the same day. So we both have the same birth date. We're both born on October the 16th, although there is 1 year apart. So this is one of the reasons why I got into numerology in the first place, because I was like, well, I'm going to read it. There's something in this because we're so similar. And it was the first time I actually felt fully understood when I met him. And so, that's why I always say, if you meet somebody born on the same day as you, marry them, because then your life is going to be really easy. There you go. That's nice to see. It's Megan, isn't it? There you go. So we've got another Megan in the chat. So Sunny Sunkissed is called Megan as well, Megan. So there's two of you in the chat. I was just saying to Megan before you came in, Megan, that I seem to attract people called Megan and Gail. So over the last few weeks, I've met 4 people called Gail. It's crazy. All spelt the same way as well. Gail. You love Octobers, do you? Thank you, Teresa. Did you want me to have a look at doing some insights for you? Have I done your numerology for you, Teresa? So you've followed me for 7 or 8 years now, have you? God, I didn't realise I've been going that long. I didn't realise I've been alive for that long. There you go. Oh, you truly love the name Abigail, do you? Well, maybe you should change your name to Abigail, Megan. Maybe that's what you should be looking at doing. There you go. Yeah, and I'm glad that you're doing all your, I'm glad that you're really tapping into doing all your work that I sent through as well. That's very, very important, to sort of do that and revise it and revisit it, because, this is where you're going to get your breakthrough points again when you keep on going back over the stuff, because We, you know, sometimes it just takes the human brain a few times before everything fully sinks in. But that's wonderful. And thank you very much for doing that lovely video review for me as well, Megan. I appreciate you doing that. That's awesome. That was great. You know, you did very well with that. Ah, but no, you probably have a daughter one day called Abigail. Oh, that would be good, wouldn't it? Exactly. Don't rush through it. You don't need to rush through it. You know, this is the important thing, Megan. You know, just remember that, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. You know, we're like layers of an onion, aren't we? Don't you think? And we sort of, the more we work through different layers, the more, you know, the next layer sheds. And then before you know it, you're where you are, you know, and then you don't even realize how you got there. Yeah. Oh. Now, has anyone got any questions for me today? Remember, if you're watching me live today and you'd like me to do anything, any insights for you or anything like that, then feel free to fire away. I'll pick a card out for you, Megan, if you like. Um, this is your card from the Cosmic Family Oracle cards. And this is going to just offer you a little bit of extra advice and guidance today. And wow, you've got Melchizedek, probably the highest card in the deck, because he's on the 12th pearl ray of divine unity. And, you know, Melchizedek is actually a previous incarnation of Yeshua. So he carries that sort of very, very wise old soul vibe. But it's about non-judgment, because Melchizedek was the king of righteousness. So it's about stepping out of judgment as a form and a way to align with true unity consciousness, where you fully step out of duality or dualistic thoughts. Yeah, yeah. So Melchizedek comes up for you, Megan. I'll pick another card out for you as well, Megan, to see what else. And there you go. So you're moving from patterns of codependency and more into interdependency. Okay, so you know what we've been working through. So this is a good card for that. Mariah, the Syrian teacher, says, yeah, you know, you're finally starting to see the, you know, that both, when you're in a relationship, both parties have to contribute equally. It's not just about one person who's the strength and then the other person leeching, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And then the other card that comes up for you is, yeah, see, there you go. That card wouldn't have come up if you weren't shifting. There you go. And then you got the Andromedan philosopher, Adil. And this means that you are the keeper of secret, ancient magic wisdom. All right. So once, you know, you've fully worked through all of these lower lying human emotions and conditions and patterns of behavior, then you're going to unlock this secret ancient wisdom within you. And that's probably you really activating your healing work as well, which is wonderful, isn't it? And then also you got the Ascended Master Kuan Yin as well, and that's beautiful because she's the goddess of mercy and compassion, the Ascended Master on the 6th rose pink ray of devotion and idealism. So this is, you know, where you can then start shining more compassion and mercy towards the people around you as well as yourself, because you've been there yourself, you see. So that's wonderful that you got two Ascended Masters, and then you've got the Andromedan philosopher and the Syrian teacher. So that's beautiful, isn't it? Shall we have a look at doing yours as well, Teresa? Let's have a look at doing a few cards for you as well. And okay, so the first card that comes up for you, Teresa, is Necker. This is the Arcturian Explorer. So this is about a disassociation from Earth or disconnection. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit disconnected from the Earth plane completely. You know, often when this indigo sort of violet ray vibration comes in, it's initiations of sort that you might be going through. But also, you know, sometimes it can be a bit like I feel a bit of grief, a bit of depression or whatever as well. So that disassociation is often, you know, when you start feeling like disconnected from, you know, just everything that's going on around you. So we'll have a little bit of a deeper dive into that. Then you've got the Orion philosopher Hatsia. Now, this is actually helping in a way because it is making you more self-aware and more self-reflective. So often, we have to go through those darker times in order to be able to really tap into greater levels of self-awareness. And self-reflection is important, isn't it? Because that's where you get your quantum leaps on your own ascension journey. You start going, aha, you get those moments of like, okay, so this is what I've been doing. This is what maybe I need to change. This is, the direction I may have gone in if I hadn't done that. And you may be shifting timelines because of that. And the next card that comes up for you also got Kuan Yin as well, the goddess of mercy and compassion. So this is really important for you to be compassionate with yourself as you go through this transition, and don't beat yourself up, because the more we can show compassion towards ourselves, the easier it is to be able to show compassion to other people as well, isn't it? Don't you think? And then the Pleiadian starseed Elijah. So you may be starting to express your sexuality in a different way as well. So often when Elijah comes in, you're here to redefine stereotypes or ways of being. So it might be that, you're just going through this whole process to sort of remember the truth of who you are and what you're here to do. And maybe you're not here to lead a conventional life, Teresa. Maybe, you are attracted to, different types of relationships, maybe that aren't so mainstream. And maybe it's time for you to start tapping into a bit of that as well, and start realizing that, nothing is ever black or white. We're all shades of grey, aren't we, at the end of the day? So some lovely, beautiful cards there for you. What with Elijah, Kuan Yin, Hatsia, and Nekar as well. And then the other card that comes up for you as well is the Lyran Warrior. Oh, I love this beautiful red energy of the Lyran Warrior. And this is Vesper, which is about fight or flight and releasing patterns of victimhood. So if you have been living in fight or flight, where it's like feast or famine, survival, safety, security, survival, this is a process or a period where you are finally starting to release those old patterns of victimhood. Because, when you're playing the role of the victim, it sort of always keeps you in that lower, denser energy. And you've got to realize that actually none of that is true. You're always safe. You're always supported. You just got to remember, don't you, to be able to tap into your spiritual team and keep on asking them for advice and guidance as well. So, Teresa, hopefully that's connected with you. If you'd like to have some insights with me today during today's live, then remember, either drop your date of birth into the chat, let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from. And I'm looking at your day number, life path number, and personal year cycle influences today during the live. I can also do some card pulls for you as well. So if you'd like me to have a look at exploring what message the Galactic Federation of Light has for you today using the amazing Cosmic Family Oracle cards, then we can have a look at doing that for you as well. So so hopefully, Teresa, that's connected with you. Hopefully it has. Aww. Brilliant. Also, don't forget to watch the episode of Cosmic Conversations that I've just uploaded this morning as a bonus episode for you, where I interviewed Pierre Orlane and Cullen Bed-Smith, the channelers of Larkmar, who are 6 of 1 and 1 of 6 from the Pleiadian High Council. And they talk about the importance of choice right now, whether or not we go down the more organic route of realigning and reconnecting with nature, or we go down the more synthetic route of AI, robotics, and pressure from leadership and authority figures. So we've got a very clear decision that we need to make right now, what pathway we're here to follow. And the Pleiadians are sort of saying, look, we are, a lot of us are future humanity, and we can see the path that you need to take, but there is this real crossroads that we're at the moment. We're all responsible for our decisions that we're making. Yeah. Plus, I didn't realise that Pira actually had 2 near-death experiences. She was pronounced brain dead for 7 minutes, and so she'd had, she's been to the other side and then come back a very changed person. So it's a very interesting story about her near-death and out-of-body experiences and the abilities, these superhuman abilities she's got right now as well, to be able to, reach high dimensions and bilocate and astral travel and remote view and all sorts of stuff like that as well, So Teresa says, I've been shifting and spending lots under the moons. Yeah. True, I'm out of the box. I've been shedding for about 15 years. Have you? Oh, that's fantastic news, isn't it? There you go. So they're called Pia and Cullen. So Pia Orlane and Cullen Baird Smith. So it's the latest episode that I've just uploaded onto my channel this morning of Cosmic Conversations podcast. Make sure you watch that. I think you will absolutely love it. It's brilliant. It was such a powerful interview, and there's so much profound wisdom, that they gave on the show as well. So yeah, fantastic. All right, guys. Well, look, is there anybody? Have you got any further questions for me today? If anyone's got anything else they would like to say, make sure you say it now. I'll keep the special offer open for you guys for the full Starseed Numerology Report for about the next sort of hour or so, just to give you a chance to watch your reading back. You can watch the reading that I gave you again on this video, and then decide whether or not you'd like me to do your full Starseed Numerology Report. As I said, they're on special offer for 59 Australian bucks today, which is about 38 US. And then remember to send me your birth date, time, place of birth, and living name, and give me 3 to 5 business days to create it for you. There you go. So Teresa, you're totally different from over a decade ago. You love your life and you're back to who you are. That's wonderful, isn't it? Isn't that so good? Oh, so good. And it's so important that we find that our way back to ourselves, don't you think? It's so important that we find our way back to ourselves. And there's little Bailey Bum. So Megan, what was the question that you've got, my love? Oh, are you all right, my love? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you just wanting a little cuddle? Are you just wanting a little cuddle, my love? Is that what you're after? You're such a good boy. Hey, you're such a good boy. He's such a lovely little dog, isn't he? A lovely boy. He's a very gentle little boy. He loves being told that he's a lovely boy and that he's a good boy. Don't you? You love being told that. He's so cute. He's such a cutie patootie. He's such a cutie patootie. He's a cutie patootie. He's so cute. He's so cute. Oh, he is so cute. He is so cute. Oh, getting snuzzled. He's Daddy getting snuzzled. There you go. So Megan asks, is there a correlation between colours and numbers? For example, is number 1 connected to the colour red? He is very handsome, doggy. So yeah, there is. Yeah. So well, it depends on what aspect that you're talking about, because in the colour mirrors, bottle 1 is yellow, because 1 is the solar plexus. 1 is the self. So of course it's about power, a personal power. So it's yellow connects up to the number 1, but it can also be as a personality colour. It can be red. So it just depends on what kind of, am I boring you? Am I boring you somewhat? But yeah, it'll either be red or yellow, the 1. Yeah. So there is definitely that association. 2 could be orange, but 2 can also be blue, the opposite colour of orange. So I don't think it's like there's a strict rule with it, but it depends on what you're analysing, doesn't it, Bailey? Eh? Isn't that right? I wonder what number you would be, being brown, eh? What would you be? What number would you be, being brown? 0. Probably. Yeah, it's a good question, though. Very, very intelligent question. Well done. Well done, Megan. Well, look, I'm going to love you and leave you guys. So hopefully you've had a nice time today. Big love. I have scheduled footage and podcasts and shorts and all that for whilst I'm away on my cruise around Queensland for the next couple of weeks. So you'll still be receiving content, guys, whilst I'm away. I'll be sunning myself by a pool, drinking pina coladas and eating ice cream. Won't I? And you boys will be in the kennels, won't you? You'll be in the kennels in Baldivis in their luxury suite. They've got a luxury suite. They've got a flat screen TV and a day bed and air conditioning. So they always get the best as well, don't you? And we're not going to just put you into any old random kennel. No, that wouldn't work for them.